Today we are going to see data types in C language. First of all, we'll see the definition. The data type supported in the C language dictates the type of values which can be processed by the programming language. C language is rich in its data types. The data types that are used in the C language are for the purpose of identifying the type of variable when it is declared, identify the type of the written value of a function, identify the type of parameter expected by a function. It supported wide variety of data types, each of which may be represented differently within computer's memory, which allow the programmer to select the appropriate type to the needs of the application. In the diagram, we can see that the data type are classified into primary, derived and user-defined data type. Now first we'll see the primary data type. The data type we are going to see is the char. The size in bytes is 1 byte it takes, and the range is -128 to 127. Second, integer which is of size 2 bytes, it takes the range of -32768 to 32767. Float which takes the 4 bytes, double which takes the 8 bytes, and long double which take the 10 bytes along with its range. Integer data type. C deals with several kinds of numbers. Whole numbers which are used frequently are referred as integers. It occupies 2 bytes for their storage. In order to have control over the range of number and storage space in memory, short int, long int in both signed and unsigned forms are used. The long integer data type represents large integer values and requires the double the amount of storage as regular integer data type. The unsigned long integer data type represents larger integer values that are used to store large range of values than the long integer data type. In the figure it is shown the different integer data types. Floating point data type. Next we are going to see. C deals with several kinds of numbers, such as real numbers which are frequently used are called as floating point numbers. The float data type is used to store a floating point number. Floating point data type store numerical values with s fractional portion. They usually occupy 4 bytes of memory for their storage. They are known as single precision numbers. When the range provided by the float data type is not sufficient, double data type is used. The double data type represents the same data type that float represents, but with a greater precision. It requires 8 bytes in the memory for the storage. To increase the precision further, we can use long double, which uses 10 bytes of memory for their storage. They are called as extended precision numbers. Next we are going to see the character data type, which is used to represent individual characters. The character data type generally requires 1 byte of memory for their storage. In order to have control over the range of characters and storage space in memory, signed and unsigned character data type are being used. Next we are going to see the user-defined data type. C supports a feature known as type definition that allows the user to define new data types that are equivalent to the existing data types. The user data types can later be used to declare variables. There are 2 types of user-defined data type. First is the type def and second is the enumerated data type. The definition of the type def is that it is the keyword which is used to define new data type names. Note that you are not actually creating a new data type, but rather defining a new name for the existing data type. The syntax of the type def is shown below. Type def, data type in identifier, semicolon. Identifier refers to the new names given to the data type. Type def can also be used to define structures. The main advantage of type def is that you can create meaningful data type names for increasing the readability of the program. They also suggest the purpose of the data type names used in the program. The example of type def is C. First one, type def integer age, type def float average, type def character strings. In the first one, the age symbolizes int. The second one, average is stored in the float, and the character string symbolize the character. Enumerated data type. Next, the enumerated data types give opportunity to invert your own data type with the set of named integer constant represented by identifier that specifies all valid values of variable of that type may have. They can be used in any expression where integer constant are valid. The general form or syntax of the enumerated data type is enum identifier list of variables, where enum is nothing but the keyword. The examples of the enumerated data type are shown below. Example enum month, January, February, November up to November or December. The new data type month is in which the enumeration list is the Jan to December. The values for the enumeration list are set automatically to integers. Now next we'll see the empty data type. The keyword void is used to indicate an empty data type. This data type is not used to declare any variables but used to indicate nothing.